ability to side lane, and it gives him the ability
What?
to...
What? Okay, Canyon. Kane is going to be locked
by
in,
the way.
and yeah, this is
Game
let's
on.
go! We get the rise pick up for Chovy.
Is on the back, and there's Chovy.
There's the flash twist in advance. He throws out the barrel to get rid of the rise, but there are so many problems. The body slam is pretty good, but still, it's going to be first blood, and it's delivered to Chovy.
Very interesting, because obviously Yuumi is incredibly strong as Canyon goes in.
Yeah, Chovy is right here, though. Blade's Reach comes through as Canyon put in the rune prison for a moment, and oh my, just walks on in there, Showmaker. He'll turn up. Doran's coming down, but they'll be able to get the first kill on the
healing.
Still fighting this out as Canyon's gonna have to flash. Doran comes on through. Noguri finds Chovy in the back line. Doran is just fighting against Showmaker, though, as it's fights on multiple fronts, and Doran's the one that's gonna win this one. Chovy eventually having to flash as he's respecting Noguri, who just got his back.
And look at Canyon, just max efficiency right to the Herald, but this might be spotted. Noguri has to kind of play a little bit of distraction here. I don't know if they can finish this. He does have a smite available, but he's going to have to smite for health. This is going to be a bit awkward. Peanut's coming out of base.
Still has his ultimate though, uses the healing, goes into the wall.
Yeah, Doran gonna come on over here, just trying to keep him busy for the moment. Body slam comes in, Canyon locks it down. The Nature's Grasp comes through though, and there's downward trespass. He's going to deny it, as now Doran getting himself out of there.
Flash.
Noguri at 100 health, and Peanut will secure the kill, just barely. They're able to lock him down. Meanwhile, on the bottom side of the map, here it is. It's the final bullet into the back of Dr.
Gen.G, coming up with these kills, getting summoners off bot. They're looking for the dive here now.
Yep, tidal wave coming on through here as Kellen just burning down Ruler. Make It Rain comes on through, and now Chovy just wants to come through and grab himself some fish, and he does secure the
Showmaker's here.
going to answer. Canyon is of course here as well. Shadow stepping through. The Blade's Reach comes down, and Chovy will be taken out. Damwon, there he is. All right,
There he is.
coming out,
Drinker.
but Nature's Grasp here towards the bottom side of the map, gentlemen, and Dr. is in so much trouble. He gets smashed back by the brambles.
Take a bad base. Chovy comes down. Now they get another gank in there from Peanut. They're going to be able to take the first dragon. They've taken multiple plates, and it's plus 30 CS. Massive goal difference, but they are looking for Chovy.
Yep, there's the Frozen Tomb. Chovy's going to get knocked up. The Blade's Reach as well now has that added CC. Goes golden, but that is just going to buy a few seconds and not delay the inevitable enough, as now they're going to be able to hopefully take down this turret, but no teleport to come through. Can they actually get this off in time? Yes.
Yeah, the tower very tanky here on that last plate, and Doran's just going to pop ulti here to try to clear it out. Canyon, though, really, really strong. I mean, he got about a 10-30 transform and his Gore Drinker completed, so he just wants to fight constantly. His job now is find this Maokai, scrap, and just don't stop. Try to really limit Peanut's effectiveness here.
And as much flack as Doran, I think, justifiably so, is hold up.
Yeah, Doran might be in a bit of trouble here, and indeed he is. There's the Umbral Trespass to come out. He does manage to slice his way over, and Canyon gonna be interrupted by Peanut. The Bramble Smash is fantastic, as well as now Chovy comes in, but it's a double knock-up. Kellen turns up. Oh, Noguri just securing it, and now another bubble to come through. A double kill for the Gragas.
The bot lane may not be going well, but Kellen's not bot anymore. Now they're going to try to dive
Keep
Dr.
going!
Yeah, here's the final chapter. The bullet time, the cleanse is good, and Dr. will barely survive, but he's walking the wrong direction, gentlemen. Some Alcove Gaming may need to come in, and there's no safety here. There is a turret, so he's definitely going to die. There it is, double up secures it.
But look at mid
This
lane.
match is one of the best showcases that we've seen thus far, is the amount of creativity and freedom that are available in drafts. There are a couple of picks that are very clearly very far ahead of the curve, but overall, as Hold Up might have some more fighting here.
Yeah, tidal wave to come through. They think they've caught Ruler. He's going to have to flash the bubble. Gets himself out of the way. Now, Canyon, towards that bottom side, does a lot of damage there to Doran as Noguri holding on to the cask. As Shirley takes down that outer turret, and Damwon Kia starting to really get the momentum they're looking for. Peanut turns up, wanting to deny this second charge. And they should be able to do so.
Oh, they're TPing on it.
Wow, they are committing to this fight here, as there it is. Not going to get the Blade's Reach, but that's going to get some flashes. Nature's Grasp to make sure they get the charges. Showmaker will be exhausted immediately. The bubble's fantastic as the culling flies through, and Canyon locks down that first kill, but Chovy will answer, and he makes it a double. Realm Warp to deliver. Showmaker be interrupted. Showmaker sacrifices himself, but gives over the triples.
If you get into a late game scenario, as Chovy fans already knows, Realm Warp, and you don't have
through, but Doran pretty tanky is okay. Peanut's gonna dive forward. They're looking for Noguri, but he's very tanky. Blades Reach once again landing onto Peanut this time as they get the Nature's Grasp out, and there's the final chapter. They think they've locked down the Gragas. He's super tanky, but he's still gonna be taken down. Now Showmaker has to go into his ultimate. Doran's going to be taken here, and Gen.G looking for more. Umbral Trespass to come forward. Peanut relatively low. Knock up is oh my goodness. Can he actually make it happen? The answer's no, as Chovy is taking matters into his own hands yet again.
G coming up massive in the mid lane and grabbing a Baron, taking full control of this game.
And Ruler also able to channel what I think was almost a full bullet time. Generally, against the Damwon comp, that should be very hard to do, but they're able to get it, and all that...
Looking for the flank, here's the teleport to come forward. Final chapter, meanwhile, and this ultimate not quite as good, although Canyon does dive in front of it. Noguri now just getting autoed down by Ruler, and now he's out of position. Has to flash to get himself out, but it's another kill for Chovy. Showmaker, once again, extraordinarily low as the turret will be taken down. Bramble Smash is amazing. It's another triple kill for Chovy, and now Kellen is going to be locked down. Realm Warp to confirm it, and Gen.G will destroy Damwon and possibly their base.
That might just be the game, right? Damwon Kia again try to go for a Hail Mary fight, but the Yuumi is fully online. You call them the best Yuumi, and I've seen Lahens win games far harder than this one.
Well, they're pushing towards it now. Canyon is alive, but he might just be taken down. Goes Golden to try and buy as much time as he possibly can. Lahens gets out of turret range, and the Kane is now dead. There's the ace, once again confirmed for Gen.G, and they will be taking game number 1 in this best-of-5 series. Unless Damwon can make something happen. Doran slicing, dicing, and that is going to be the end of the Nexus. That is your game 1.
There is still so many different directions.
Oh, yes!
Zale, thank you very much.
You know what's the beauty of this? It is Lahen's solo AP on the Yuumi. And a lot of people might be saying, oh, this would be very, very dangerous. I think Showmaker knows. There's the Flash Arctic Assault, though, and the Winter's Wrath is going to be able to get that Permafrost. Showmaker, first blood, the under. Cheeky. Canyon's going to cancel the back, but still being very, very patient. And Doctor's gone home. Lahen's is going to face check. They're going to see whether they can burst him down. The bubble is just beautiful, and the cat is denied. That is the first kill.
Things can become very, very difficult.
Yeah, then you get stuck in a bad back cycle, and then you're going to be behind on tempo, and it kind of snowballs from that, especially against Ruler and Lahens that throughout the entirety with the kill, currently leading in terms of gold on the map.
Yeah, and it's about a 600 gold advantage for Doctom there. They're looking here for Chovy.
Yeah, Chovy's going to get thrown back as Empress Divide is flashed by Chovy there. He's going to get the knock-up as well. Permafrost is going to come through, but Canyon flashes out of the way. Now Peanut wanting to get the flash with the Winter's Wrath, but Canyon's not going to be going down here. And again, another scuffle, but no kills as Doran wants to change this one. Noguri was not the target he was looking for, but he's going to accept it, at least for now, and Chovy gets his second.
Look, find anything aggressive as Lahens.
Yeah, Tidal Wave comes through, but there's the final chapter as well. The culling is going to come in. Oh, our buttons are just being pressed here on the bottom side as Peanut will turn up. Does he have one available? He absolutely does. And there it is. It's going to go wide as now Kellen is forced to flash. Bullet time. Ruler, he still had his ulti. Each other.
I will say some of the X factors, the fact that it is going to be Moonstone very likely here on Lahens, so there's going to be
those X factors. There's also Showmaker on the Azir here, gone for the crown build, so very strong into the.
Doctom is in a much better spot, right?
Absolutely.
He was very behind at this point in the game last time around. Doran here in a bit of a bother.
Might have a bit of a fight as Showmaker holds onto the ultimate for now. The Cyclone comes in as now Peanut getting taken down extraordinarily low. Doran is just going to get taken off the board. Peanut
contest. But with Doran getting picked up and Peanut basically being forced to go in aggressively, the right place at the right time, try and catch Gen.G in the rotation towards the lane. Chovy says, that's fine, I don't care, I'm not going to rotate, I'm just going to tell him. With the Drake coming up in 45 seconds, Damwon's got to start stacking those, because it's an LCK game.
And it's here once again on the push.
Yeah, it's just starting to feel like Damwon don't really have an answer, right? And they're not actually being able to effectively respond to these side lanes. They don't have winning side lanes. They're going for Lahens.
Yeah, Lahens gets caught out. All of those side lane issues do kind of go away. So Damwon now just going to start off this Baron immediately from over the wall. Showmaker going to be able to do that. Doran, can he allow Peanut to have the space to get in? As Showmaker off towards the side, Noguri over the wall. He needs to get Peanut out of the pit. This could just just be the 50-50. There's a phenomenal bubble. He
50-50.
gets it. Oh, Peanut steals it away. He's not going to escape, but they'll say thanks for the leash, and Gen.G secure Baron.
And it's an absolute disaster for Damwon after a really big pickup on the Yuumi. Chovy doesn't have TP. He's not even. Well, Chovy doesn't have TP, so they rush towards Baron. And if they get that, you're in a great position, but instead, they don't get Baron. It's just like, sorry, guys.
Thank you for saving me.
Perfect. And Score as well. Score has certainly had a few times in that Baron pit that we prefer not to mention, as there's a shutdown onto Canyon. Chovy picks that one up. That's his third of the game. And that is Gen.G now with a gold lead.
It is all going wrong, and when you look at the items, it even gets worse.
Final chapter is invested in as well here, as that's a phenomenal bubble, but not going to be followed up upon. As Damwon are now backing away. Ruler, a lot of damage to this turret now as he has those two items put together. Peanut, Arctic Assault, but Nuggery with a very well-placed blast cone. Well, not well-placed, but well-used. And will be able to get himself out. This turret, not long for the world though, and Gen.G just starting to stack up this Red Bull Baron power play. Almost 3k now. Hextech ultimatum towards the bottom side. Cask is going to be used to try and get him out of there, as now Doran still underneath this turret. Chovy does lock down the kills. Now Doran's just going to walk it out. Hookshot going to be enough. And Dom, he cannot overextend. The rest of the cavalry has arrived. Flash forward for Canyon, but the Cyclone is flashed out of the way. A phenomenal knockup comes in, and Ruler's going to lock down the kill. The turret not long for the world, as the MF does so much damage. Peanut nails the ult onto Kellen. It does not stop, gentlemen, and it's a double kill here for Ruler.
And that might just be game again. Damwon a conga line in, and Gen.G says thank you very much.
They're very reminiscent of the last game's gold grab, right? Like, there was that time for Damwon, but the Ruler
to walking towards the dragon, so they're just going to try to get mid lane prio, maybe get some vision out around Baron, and hope they can
short hairs a little as they push up. They should be able to take this inhibitor turret.
I like it. Bounty
they set up the Sun Disc, exactly right. Bounty Gold is going to come through. Teleport to come forward as Peanut over to the side. He can Arctic Assault, but he's going to do that more defensively here as Damwon looking for an inhibitor. Sort of turning the play on Gen.G here for a moment.
And what a wonderful move here by Damwon, especially with a Yuumi on top of his back, is immovable.
On the flank.
100% in he goes. Oh my goodness, Dom flashing himself out. Doran may have overextended here as Canyon's clone is going to get smacked down. Great stopwatch to be used, but it's not enough here for the Camille. Doran goes down, and now Dom trying to free hit. He gets the ultimate, but he pulls himself back out again, once again with the Soul Unbound. Once again, Dom going to get engaged on, but the answer is going to be there. Taken down very low, and Ruler is at full health, ladies and gentlemen. This is a huge problem for Damwon now moving back. They managed to get the pick off onto the Camille, but it's not quite enough, and Chovy, he's splitting once again.
Chovy's healing up. He can look for a threat in here. He should have the Soul Unbound back, and Damwon still got to escape here.
Yep, he's now looking for the blast. Gets himself out of the way. All right, Canyon now trying to escape, but it's the Yuumi that locks him down of all people. Showmaker standing his ground, moving forward. A lot of damage here. Down Ruler. How the heck does he do it? It's turn it around.
Showmaker turns around the fight.
Absolutely insane.
It was massive, and I've got, oh my god, again.
All right, well, now we're going to look for Nuggery, who is now in the pen. Doesn't necessarily want to beat it.
That Gen.G are not rushing it.
They still have bounties, right? They're still getting gold. Damwon have been making these plays while behind in here.
All right, well, let's just try and kill the base. I guess they've got so much damage on these structures. Damwon here should be able to
flip it again.
Yeah, you have to force the flip. Chovy just going to try and walk his way over, but realizes that's not going to get him there soon enough. Glacial Prism with the fade away does a fair bit of work here for Peanut, but they're not wanting to commit to it just yet. This pincer maneuver from Gen.G could be terrifying. Canyon still trying to keep himself safe, and they have the phalanx built up. Doran spots out Nuggery there with his sweeper available, and they've held on to the Baron. Now it's Gen.G in the pit. Can Showmaker make it happen as Chovy gets in, gets immediately out again? Now Peanut trying to protect his carries. Doran hookshotting. Nuggery goes in. There's the body slam. Showmaker. Oh my God! The 3-man Emperor's Divide. The shutdown to come through as well immediately. Doctom's going to die, and now it's Chovy's turn, but is it going to be enough? Is the question. Doran flashes the double knockup. Oh no, it's not enough. And now Canyon coming through. Doran still has his, and that is is going
But Damwon was killed off on the other side. The Lucian could not survive the fight.
And you also see that even
here. Peanut says,
Oh, God.
I'm here, I'm the jungler. By the way, please stop. And Damwon say no. Now Chovy gets the knock up on Noguri, who body slams to get himself out. Chovy now has to get back. Damwon thinks it's his angle to get on in, but the GA that he recently purchased is just going to get smacked down. Now Canyon trying to turn it, but Chovy just hits him. And that is going to be the play. The top side has been taken down. Now Doran trying to dive forward. He's still got the GA. Empress Divide defensive, but not enough as Ruler just says goodbye to Showmaker, and Gen.G will claim the ace. The triple kill for the MF, and this should be game 2.
And it might have been so close for so long, but in the end, it is a clean ace for Gen.G. An overstep from Damwon trying to find an angle. They need to take risks in this later stage of the game, and it doesn't work out.
God. The damage from Showmaker not going to be enough here, as Gen.G will break open the base. Their composition, fantastic. And now, a celebratory MF ult as the bullet time flies through. The Nexus will go down now. Match.
To me, succeeds best against hard commit dive. And Maokai is that, to be fair. You know, you can kind of fish with the ultimate a little bit, but once you're going in, you're not really getting out. So a bit of a 3 there. So they may not be expecting this, and they can have the wraparound and the collapse onto Canyon.
Oh, he knows now.
Yeah, the heroic charge is going to be able to get the stun onto Canyon there as well. The smite has to come through just to keep him alive as he dashes. Ruler's going to dash on over though. Could be a disaster. Vision of Empire flies in, and Canyon, he's like, where the heck do I go? How do I get out of this? The answer is you probably don't, as Peanut's going to throw a buckler at him, and that's first blood.
Man, that was
fine, despite being down 10 CS.
Yeah, going to be feeling not too bad. Showmaker has done a really good job connecting with Ignite. If they can actually do this properly here, the Maokai should be dead.
Well, let's see whether they can do it. The Ignite is already down. Twisted Advance has been used, but the ulti to come through, the fade away from Nogger, and he just walks it out. That is a beautiful first blood going over to Damwon.
That was flawless, but Peanut is here, and Noguri could be in trouble. Peanut has flash.
Trying to get on forward, doesn't have steadfast presence now, as he's just ushering this in where he can, but 2 versus 1, Poppy versus these two, this is dangerous, and he has to flash to get himself out, does make it out with
as well. We joke about the skill of Wild Growth as, yeah, Showmaker has ultimate. I don't know about this one, Chovy.
Demonic Ascension, there's the flash over the Emperor's Divide is Showmaker, he has the explosion available as well, but he never moved, he pulls him in, and the Swain feeling inevitable, walks after him, he just presses R. He's just gonna say, well, everyone, please stand in here. I'll drain all your health bars.
Yeah, Damwon shows up, and that's gonna push them active.
The best part for Showmaker as well is that he doesn't even need to be a damage threat. With an Ignite Sejuani, with Diego, especially with
They have no idea.
Appreciate that. Good looking out for me, at least, not for him.
Don't worry, I'd always have you back, Isaac. Chronicle it, not so much. But we are going to have the turret falling down here. There's enough space as Aqua Prison is going to put Shirley in the sky for a moment, but now Damwon are going to push forward, and they barely needed the Rift Herald as now the dashes come in. Damwon, they want even more here. The culling wipes out the wave, but is it going to be enough? As now Peanut down to 50%. He uses the Herald to get himself out of the fight, but Showmaker's right under the turret. The Demonic Ascension is massive as the pullback. He is never letting anyone move. This Swain is insane. And Damwon are still pushing forward. Another never move hits as Peanut, you should have got the message. He doesn't miss on these.
It's never move, and it's never miss. Showmaker is going off. Oh,
God, as we say it, he pulls all of Gen.G into a game 4, gentlemen.
Who is this guy? Showmaker going off, almost carries the last game, and in game 3, match point for Gen.G. It is Showmaker refusing to lose.
And you see that giggle from Lance? That's the, we're going to game 3 versus 5.
3 in a row.
Yeah, that's 3. And we're just going to have to hold that thought for a moment as now Damwon trying to dash his way out. Peanut is going to taxi himself on Canyon, moves his way out, but in comes Noguri. They're going to secure the Lucian, and now Damwon
3 Drakes and a monstrous gold lead for Damwon.
And it's back-to-back ults that Noguri has connected on Ruler. Ruler doesn't have his cleanse because...
And overall, if you look at the items, as Noguri can't
he
hit them all.
doesn't really wait, does he, on these? But he might be punished. Vision of Empire comes in. That bubble was amazing from Lahens, but he's so tanky. The Nature's Grasp comes through, though. There's the Wild Growth. Noguri survives for a long time, but now Chovy picks up the kill. The Moonlight Vigil to answer back, but it's not enough. Yeah, Chovy didn't get that memo, Azael. He's now going to have to do some alcove gaming and get himself out of this one. The demonic ascension's going to come through. The Emperor's Divide is just going to be stopwatched. Beautiful play once again from Showmaker, who is just owning this mid lane match.
There is no amount of gaming that's going to offset the gold that is currently available. Soul now for Damwon Kia, and no sweep in this quarterfinals, everyone.
Absolutely not. Chovy is just going to get taken down under the enemy turret. That is going to remain alive, and Showmaker will be able to claim the... Damwon, they've started this one up. Peanut is at the back of the pit. Nature's Grasp to come forward. The culling does a fair bit of work here from Ruler, as there is the ult to keep his verdict. Gonna get so many up. As he pulls back, Dr. He flashes into the Baron pit, but he's now tanking it up. Showmaker is just massive though. He secures the Baron, and he can now flash on top of Gen.G. I have a feeling this one's the backbreaker. This one is the game 4 guarantee that Damwon Kia needed.
I think that should do it. Damwon roar to life in this third game here off the back of an amazing Showmaker performance, making his mark on this series.
Just unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. This inhibitor will go down, and Damwon Kia, they looked completely unflappable this game. Often, teams will be down 0-2. That would make them play more nervous, more scared. Looks like Damwon Kia were just charging up, but they're going to have to win this last little skirmish. Canyon going down very low, but it's Dr. that's securing the kills. Chovy goes down first. Lahen's going to come through now, and the Nexus will go down. Here we are, game 4, ladies and gentlemen.
Mid-game, yes, there is scaling for Ductum on the Aphelios, but you're looking over against Lulu, Jinx, Azir with a stronger front line. This one feels like the pressure is on Damwon early, big time. I think they have to play from ahead, so it should be his scuttle if he wants to actually play for this. The wraparound.
Yeah, now Nogari's going to be able to move on over. There's the flash in, gets the big stun, and also able to get the Colombic. Unbelievable!
Damwon Kia have free reign on the map, are able to get a Drake, set up extremely deep vision in the...
This is also kind of just indicating what type of a game Nogari wants to play to me, as we've seen Lahen's face shack.
Yeah, unfortunately that is not the handshake that he actually wanted. The hostile takeover comes in. It takes a little bit of time, but they do manage to lock.
Stealth Thieves, because you do get that passive while it's active.
Yeah, Rift Herald still half the cooldown now for Canyon as he dashes forward onto Peanut. Zero mana. Exactly right. Ruler wants to come on over. He wants to try and defend, but there is just no way. Canyon is massive. Goes untargetable as well.
Canyon has been a bit
369 Canyon Ruler.
It's been a little rough.
Oh dear, that is not what he wanted. Chains are going to connect point. Like, it is just amazing how he's been playing. And even though that was only a little thing, pretty inconsequential, just seeing how well he plays again. Yeah.
And Nogari is going such an aggressive build as well. He even has CDR boots. I can't remember the last time I saw CDR boots on a Renekton here.
Is he gonna go?
100%.
Very low value. There's essentially 4 range champions. Yes, there is Meganar. Yeah, okay. But you're not gonna really get a lot of good value off that.
Stop it, you as Lahen's gonna get burst, but Showmaker is gonna be bullied out there. Peanut turns up. Now they're going to get the speed boost. Sejuani coming over. Emperor's Divide does nothing onto Canyon as he heartbreakers it. And now Showmaker looking for the hands off to the side. The polymorph is good. Canyon's going to get knocked up with the Arctic Assault. Showmaker's taking the Sejuani for a walk, and they do get the shutdown. Yeah, Peanut gets the fadeaway, even through the Gale Force, but Dr. still going to flash his way out. Hostile takeover does land onto a couple of members, but now it has been waited out. The Meganar is there. Doran uses it, but only onto Nogari, as now Kellen's the one off to the side with the handshake that he uses is fantastic. Now, the soul point has been secured, but can Gen.G make it out? The Mimic chains come in. Peanut going to get wild growth, but it's not going to be enough. Nogari, the Prowler, picks up the kill on the Sejuani, and they're not done yet. Canyon, the reason.
No matter how good Gen.G was, no matter how rough Damwon looks, they were always able to do it. And this time around, the scale. We're not doing it. But I do want to highlight that Damwon Kia are playing this game out very cleanly. As I say that, Nogari.
Yeah, they do manage to get the turret, but can they get the Crocodile out alive? He's fighting. Oh my goodness, Peanut not tanky this time around, but Doran is going to just gnar him straight back, and that is the shutdown gold going to Chovy.
Yeah, that's a great shutdown there, and this is the downside when you're playing this sort of build as Renekton. You are a glass cannon, so there are going to be opportunities here for Gen.G if they can execute flawlessly.
Yeah, I've seen these ones before, but the chompers are good. It's still not probably going to save Peanut. Yep, the handshake's so good. And now the hostile takeover comes in. Lahen's going to be fighting against Doran here, but Canyon is massive. It's a double kill for He's just guarding this. Super Mega Death Rocket just lands onto Dr. He says, cool. And they will be able to secure it. Great line for the hostile takeover. Loyalty program is going to come through. The mist is going to come down, and now Gen.G, you can feel the fear. It is so dark on this map around this dragon pit. Teleport is going to come in. This one's strange as Canyon is going to come through. They want the fight. They don't really care about the dragon. Oh my god, the hostile takeover comes in. Dr. has already done so much work, and they just obliterate them.
Dr. wipes Gen.G off the map, and that should do it. We're going to a game number 5.
And that might be the one Hextech for Nexus trade. I don't think that's the one you want to take.
The solo Hextech Drake is going to be the end of Gen.G, but not in the series. We at least get some silver scrapes, and we'll see whether the LCK first seed can make it back. But, gentlemen, this series always delivers. These teams, they always deliver. And it was Chronicler that never doubted it. We're going to game 5.
I never doubted them. That's
Another one. Okay, it's the Syndra. Showmaker to take another one of his iconic picks into the mid lane.
I mean, look at this top side from Damwon. This is the most go right at it.
Trade, but Chovy seems back to his old ways as Canyon and Doran just saying hi to each other, but going to come through here as Canyon should at least be able to try and pressure this one out. Chaos Storm has been invested, and Peanut from Fog of War not going to find it, but still a lot of damage. Canyon secures the blue buff, not entirely sure whether that was worth.
Definitely a huge first blood going the other way, and Showmaker now no flash either.
Yeah, Blahens is surfing down as well. Aqua Prison not quite going to find it, but still this is Gen.G coming alive in game 5. Chovy secures
so well, and I think it shows in so many of the plays that we're seeing around the map. As push comes to shove though, Dr. says,
and Blade of the Ruin King, Nuggery does a lot of work there, but still has to invest a fair bit, and Chovy, his flash is now on cooldown. That's definitely good, but this
we're trading 2 Drakes, which means effectively, even if Damwon in the next 5 minutes completely take over the game, Gen.G can say, okay, that's fine, we'll just hang back and wait till we hit.
Forward, yeah, exactly right. Peanut gonna come forward, and Canyon's like, oh, Melee Jeremy, but he's not gonna be able to get there. And Gen.G just getting so much control. This outer turret, and this is what Ruler loves to do. Just donates the culling right into the bottom lane of Damwon Kia, even though they didn't want it.
And these mid-game stalemates and turning them into a win for Gen.G as Showmaker.
Oh, Peanut has done it again. The gravity field is there, the Chaos Storm as well. And yeah, you can scatter, but at times we've spoken about it already. How many teams Peanut's been on not being able to claim the major play bodyguard, but the gravity field's going to be there as well. Chaos Storm going to come through, so many flashes, going to try and get Damwon Kia out, and Nuggery is sowing. Oh, the Prowler's Claw, but it is just a Nami, and going 1-for-1 Nami for Renekton, you're probably okay with that if you are Gen.G, but it might give Damwon the in. They're not wanting to go for any sort of flip. This 4v4 is something that Gen.G want to try and take themselves, given the health bars, but like you say, Dr. no Moonlight Vigil now, but he's still dangerous. Meanwhile, on the top side, Showmaker is just soloed out by Doran. He's not done yet, as he's now trying to fight Dr. But that could be dangerous to all of Great. And now, Ruler shows up. Gen.G should be able to get to the soul point. And it's a double kill.
Do see Canyon making his way over. Will get spotted though.
Oh, and Canyon now in trouble. Does manage to get the Blades reach, and it's doing a lot of work as far as that healing is concerned as well. Doran now with the Nabot charging up Nuggery, trying to get on top of Lahens, but there's the Umbral Trespass. The Baron! It's actually peeled away from, but still, Nami
towards IE, and he is going IE third. It's not an LDR build. He already has the BF sword.
Oh dear, Dr. He's just gonna get 100 to 0 during that CC. Peanut finding the angles after such a sad game 4 to come back and find these opportunities. Amazing work from Peanut, as now Damwon Kia are looking for it onto Doran. We're going to cut the video. We don't want to look at it as Gen.G are going to push in on this inhibitor turret. Yeah, he's actually lasting a very long time as the Umbral Trespass comes in. Yeah, exactly right. He's going to have the Mega Gnar available as well. Pushes Canyon away, but Nuggery is going to dive on top. But still, look at the amount of space that he's bought. The inhibitor is going to be the trade. What is it?
Base entire side of the map. There's nothing there for them to really be able to kind of create those pockets where they could find a pick.
Well, now Gen.G are going to be able to take their first Infernal Drake of the game. That will be Soul Point now, but you can see Damwon Kia not actually...
But if it's on Chovy and he gets an early Zonias,
Peanut.
We've seen this play before. He's just going to dive right on top of Kellen. He's an afterthought. Ruler's just going to tap him on the way out.
Power available for Dokdom is not there.
Oh, Ruler look. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Wow. Okay, well, Showmaker is now very low on health as Peanut's going to face check, but he can do that. Tidal Wave comes through. Dokdom looking for his opportunity. Moonlight Vigil is going to find nothing. On the flank is Canyon, but oh my god, the scan of the week! Damwon Kia, they found it one more time. Chovy, he goes golden as now Peanut's trying to do it. Can Chovy get there? Dokdom needs to know he's not going to. And Damwon
into the scan of the week, and Damwon are back into the game. The Baron will be theirs, and we are witnessing one of the best series we have seen in so long.
As Nuggery just says, I don't care, I don't need Baron buff.
That is so massive if they can find the angle to get in on him. But a lot of the playmakers on the side of Gen.G don't have flash either.
They're once again just going in on top of Peanut. He might have just been caught out of position here as Lehens wants to find a heal. The tidal wave, have they overextended? The answer is no, he just gets trespassed. Canyon flashes away and they lose their jungler. That is going to mean no Drake and Damwon
Losing those two games or feeling like you're losing control of this one.
I think it has to be this one because
All
they were
of the
playing.
above.
They take over the top side jungle here. Are really trying to make it difficult, but Canyon.
Well, Ruler is just going to dash on in. The Umbral Trespass is going to come down as well, and he has to get out early. He is going to do so. Wild Growth, it will keep the Kane alive, but that is a defensive cooldown that they will no longer have. In attack Damwon here as the flash comes through from Chovy.
Wait.
It should be as can Canyon do it again. The culling flies down. They want it. Oh! And Canyon does it again, but can they win the fight? Is the question. Doran is there with ulti available. Dokdom is so scary.
No flash.
But Nami for Renekton. Showmaker also dead. Dokdom. Listen, Canyon, if you do it again. Oh my, okay. This time Peanut secures the objective. Canyon now fighting towards this backside. Peanut back towards the rest of his teammates. Gen.G still needing to get out. Another Umbral Trespass is going to come in. The ulti brilliant from Peanut this time as Canyon gets another double knock-up. But it is not the three-man, and it doesn't have the follow-up.
Go in.
Dokdom still has ultimate available. They don't quite know where he is now, they do. And now Nuggery on the in the back line. Peanut trying to get him out. Scatter the Weak connects. And there's the Moonlight Vigil immediately. Chovy goes golden. Doran gonna do the same thing now. It's, oh my god! Chovy gets rid of Canyon, but the answer is still there. Dokdom, Ruler, can he do it? Yes, he can! Ruler turns it on its head. Oh my god! Quadra kill! And Ruler will get past the quarters. He will take Chovy with him. And Gen.G have done it.
Ruler takes over the game. The quadra kill in the moment where it matters most. He dashes in. He knocks down Dokdom, and he is sending Gen.G to the World Championship semi-finals.
Ruler broke the 2K kill record in the LCK. It took him 5 years to get an LCK title. And here he is. Look at the smiles. Gen.G. They get it done.
Look at